What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a really high growth stock that I recently found, and I really do see this company having massive potential moving over the next 5 to 10 years. So in this video, I'm going to be covering the key industries that they're entering because there's really 4 main industries, and these are going to see explosive growth coming over the next, like I said, 5 to 10 years. And then I'm going to be covering the growth that this company's seen over the last 6 months, because I can tell you this, there's not many companies out there growing as fast as this one. And on top of that, this is a company that grew revenues well over 200% over the last 6 months. So definitely stay till the end of the video to hear about the financials. And then to end the video, I'm going to be covering the valuation metrics and letting you guys know what my entry point is, because this is definitely a stock that I do want to start a position in. And as always, be sure to let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of this company, because it is definitely a speculative play, but it has the potential for huge returns. And be sure to smash that thumbs up button because it really does help out the YouTube channel a ton. So with that being said, let's jump right into today's video. So Nextech AR is a company within the growing augmented reality industry, and looking at their company profile, they provide businesses with augmented reality solutions that help drive their bottom line and competitive advantage while doing this through several multi-billion-dollar industries that we'll get into next. But just to show you who some of their customers are, we can see that they've got some giants like Johnson & Johnson, CBS, Lexus, and IBM, so they are definitely starting to get some product validation, and this shows through the customers they've been able to sign up thus far. Now, before I cover the industries they operate in, I wanted to show you exactly what this company does and what augmented reality is, in case you weren't sure. So what you're looking at here is the ARitize app, which you can find in the App Store, and this is actually one of the leading products that's showing promising signs of massive growth for this company. So you can see here that you can fully interact with the environment, and you can actually walk around a space and look at different features of products that customers want to promote. So they are obviously putting a lot of time and resources into making these products amazing, and if you want to check it out for yourself, just go ahead and download the app and mess around with it, because they have different exhibits and products that they show you. And if you do end up downloading the app, be sure to come back to this video and let me know in the comment section what your thoughts were, because I'd be super interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. Now, looking at the 4 main industries they're entering, the first is, like I said, their ARitize platform, which is designed for the e-commerce space, which we all know is very lucrative, especially with the accelerated shift we've seen in online shopping due to the global issue. So one of the big growth drivers for this product is the integration they have with Shopify and WordPress, which will help with mass adoption of this platform. And this will be big for them because it allows more businesses to easily integrate their AR technology into their online stores by simply adding a line of code, and it takes virtually no knowledge of coding to implement this game-changing experience to your store. Now, the next product that I can see growing a ton is their Nextech University, and this is a platform that enables companies and universities to use existing 2D assets like PDFs, PowerPoints, and videos, and then overlay 3D augmented reality experiences over them to create interactive training experiences and lessons. And with many schools allowing students to opt for online classes, this is a product that has massive potential to really change the way classes are taught in universities. Now, the next segment of their business is Nextech Studios, which operates within the event and conferencing space. And again, this is another industry that has been greatly affected by the global issue, with many events and conferences being canceled because of it. Now, what this product provides is a way for users to have an immersive 360 experience that allows users to experience events as if they were actually there in person. And you kind of got a taste of this in the video I showed you, where you could walk around the table, interact with different products, and listen to a speaker right there in front of you. So I think you get just how game-changing this could be for this industry. And the last business segment I'm going to talk about is the Nextech advertising platform. Now, again, this is another game-changing product in a massive industry. Now, imagine just for a second that you're scrolling through Instagram and an ad pops up for, let's say, these new Nikes. Normally, you'd have to look at different 2-dimensional pictures of it, but what if you could have a 3-dimensional product that you could actually put on your feet and see how it would really look on you? That's what this does. This is the future of product advertising, and they are the industry's first end-to-end solution to this issue. Now, by this point in the video, I would think that you guys have a pretty good idea of just how massive these industries are that they're looking to enter and really change the game on. And this is a reason that I really like this company, because if you think about it, those four main industries have been changed significantly from the global issue. You've really got the potential here for this company to grab a hold of a massive total addressable market. And that's one of the reasons I really like this company. So what we're gonna do now is look at the financials and talk more about that 200% revenue growth. And when we dive into the financials on this company, you're gonna see that one of the reasons this company is growing so fast is because they're still brand new. They were only founded in 2018, so they've been around for maybe 2 years, which means that they're still in that hyper growth stage of being a startup. So for the purpose of this slide, I'm just gonna be looking at the 6 months ending June 30th, because I feel that really gives me a better overall view of the growth they're seeing versus just looking at the quarters individually. Now, Nextech's revenue for the first half of this year grew a ridiculous 233%, coming in at $6 million versus the $1.8 million they did last year. And that's looking at the 6 months ending. If you actually looked at the quarter over quarter growth, that is 290%. So obviously, no matter which way you look at it, they are growing revenues at an incredible rate right now. And so to put this 6-month growth really in perspective, let's compare that to what they did for the full year in 2019. And you'll see here that for the entire year, they only did $5.9 million in revenue. So already halfway through this year, they've surpassed last year's revenue. And like I said, this means they're clearly still in that hyper growth stage of their business as they work on acquiring new customers and building out their different revenue streams that we talked about before. Now, since they are still a relatively new company, they are investing heavily into customer acquisition and research and development. And this is one of the reasons that they've been able to achieve this insanely high revenue growth. But on the downside, this has also led to a net loss of $3.4 million, which is by no means a small loss for a company of this size. And to be honest, I do expect this net loss to get worse before it gets better. But the good news is, this is a new company that's losing money to fund growth, which I don't really want to say is a good thing, but it could be worse. They could be a 10-year-old company with an established business model that's still losing money and trying to figure out how to be profitable. So that's why I think it's not a bad thing that they're losing money to fund that growth. I like to look at it as a good thing personally, but let me know what you guys think of that. Now, real quickly, before I dive into my final thoughts on the company, I do want to look at the valuation metrics because it's important to look at, especially when you're looking at a spec stock like this one. And this will really tell you kind of where they're at and how much growth has been priced in already. So with this slide, keep in mind that all numbers are assuming they make $12 million this year, which I have no doubt they'll crush. So right now, Nextech has a share price of about $4 with 69 million shares outstanding. And this gives them a market cap of about $280 million. Now with revenue of $12 million, this would give them a price to sales of 23.3, which really isn't that bad for a company with this amount of growth. But ideally, I'd like to at least start my position at a price to sales of under 20, which means the share price would need to drop to about $3.50. So like I said, that would really be my entry point. And then from there, I could add more if they were to continue dropping, or maybe add a little more if they start to move up. Now, getting into my final thoughts on this stock, they are a super speculative play, so keep that in mind if you do invest in them. And personally, to be honest, I really do see these four industries that I talked about changing dramatically over the next few years. And to be honest, I personally do think they're going to benefit greatly from the global issue and the shift to online and virtual workforce that we've seen. And be sure to let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this stock and whether or not you guys want me to do an update video on this as more news is released. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the first link in the description because that's a link to the Discord chat. So if you want to get into that, be sure to check that out. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I will be bringing you guys some new content. And thank you guys for watching. I will catch you on the next one.